Ooh. So, I tried to do this through my phone and it got deleted, and I am really, really, really annoyed. So, I'm just gonna do this live now. Hello, people on YouTube. Sorry if it's a little janky. Let's see if I can just put this over here. Let's see if you guys can hear me okay. Hi. And no one's watching yet, but I assume it's all good in the hood. Oh my god, this movie. This movie gave me too many feelings. Alright, too many feelings in the movie that I walked out of, and I feel like a mix of good and bad and confused. And okay, so this review will be spoilered all over the place. So, just so you know, lots of spoilers. And the way this movie made me feel is I am a mom and I have a toddler like individual that lives with me. By that I mean my child. And sometimes she gets like puzzle pieces that totally will never, hi Monique, will never fit into like a hole, because obviously it's like the star cannot possibly go into the triangle, but she has given it her all to force the star into the triangle hole. That is this movie. That is this fucking movie. So, just so that we know, okay, I'll explain a few feelings. So, back in the day, back when I was I wasn't that wee. Back when I was like 13, that was the first time I ever watched Star Wars. All right, I watched it during it was actually my brother's baptism. And there was like a whole family affair happening. And I don't know at what point I locked myself into a room, but I would think I ended up in my grandmother's room. And in Abuela's room, I saw, oh my god, Star Wars. Never watched it before. This is A New Hope. It was on the TV. So I watched it and I was like instantly, I was pulled in. I was like, hey, this is pretty interesting. So somehow, like, I convinced a relative to take me to Blockbuster because it was the Blockbuster days. And I rented Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, which was unheard of because to be allowed to rent two movies, oh man, I was pushing my luck. But luckily, some relative felt pity on me and allowed me to rent both Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Now, I know everybody likes Empire Strikes Back more, but Return of the Jedi is my jam. Okay, when I eventually was allowed to own the VHS copies of Return of the Jedi, I would rewatch that damn throne room scene again and again. Hi, honey. Boss? I'm live on YouTube.
Ah.
So there's the boss. He's on the corner there. Hey, YouTube. Oh, Sully! Hi, Sully! Haven't seen you in forever. We miss you. Always. Anyway, so back to my bitching about Star Wars. So, to continue on. So, I don't hate the new trilogy, but like you would think with like a $4 billion franchise, that's what they paid Lucasfilm for it. They're like, somebody somewhere would have been like, hey, you know what would be a good idea? Like those Marvel movies that are doing so well? How we just kind of like, we get different directors and shit like that, but we do occasionally, like, write down a couple rules perhaps, like, don't kill off ye character because we need this character in this movie later on, or we need this to happen here because later on this needs to happen. Like, there's a little bit of setup and payoff, and setup and payoff. By, like, I don't know, this cluster fucking around situation, this is where we got us now. Okay, so let me explain this. I'm gonna say something quite controversial here. I personally would have liked either J.J. Abrams to have done all three movies, or, I know there's a lot of people who don't like this, or I would have liked Rian Johnson to have done all three movies. Now, I know The Last Jedi steps on a lot of people's toes, but I personally, I get a lot of the problems with The Last Jedi. But there were some really good setups in there. Alright, I feel like The Last Jedi was the answer to all the shit wrong in the prequels. Like, remember how the prequels made, like, Jedi into total dickheads who were, yeah, they were jerks! They were jerks, and they caused all their own shit to go wrong for them, alright? So that's exactly what happened with the Jedi. And I feel like Rian Johnson kind of addressed some of that. And he also brought into the forefront the idea that you don't have to come from nobility or the right bloodline. And I thought that was cool. But J.J. Abrams, obviously he didn't think that was cool, because he fucking threw that shit, like, right out the window. Alright? So, as much as The Last Jedi is, like, the answer to the prequels, Rise of Skywalker is the, I guess, answer to all the things wrong in The Last Jedi. And, oh my god, did they go a little hard and heavy with this. Alright, so, this movie goes at, like, a breakneck pace. Like, they do not stop, they do not breathe, they do not give it, like, any time. They should really have not added any new characters. That was giant mistake. But, okay, so, long story short, like I said, spoilers. They decided Emperor Palpatine has to come back. Which, okay, there actually is a villain that they could have used, and this is what makes me crazy. There was a villain within canon that could have totally been used right now because they killed Snoke. But I don't know, I feel like Disney never goes back to like okay, so they spent all this money on acquiring Lucasfilm. And they have all these, like, they have the Clone Wars cartoon, they have Rebels, they have the comic books, they have a lot of shit. But I feel like they just kind of, like, never bring any of the stuff that really happens in that stuff, like, any of the characters specifically, into, like, the movies. Why? I don't freaking know. Like, why is Ahsoka never in a freaking movie? But you want to know who should have been the villain? It should have been Admiral freaking Thrawn. Why isn't Admiral Thrawn the fucking villain? Alright, did you guys... Okay, if anyone watches Star Wars Rebels, which is, like... They put a lot of freaking weird shit in Star Wars Rebels. Like, they spoilers. They killed Darth Maul off in the Star Wars Rebels. But anyway, they had Admiral Thrawn was one of the best parts about Star Wars Rebels. Like, they brought this character, he was an epic villain. And the way Star Wars Rebels ends, it leaves it open-ended whether Admiral Thrawn is still alive or not, or is still out there, and is Ezra still out there? And I was like, oh god, what would have been great? What would have been the epic villain, rather than fucking literally resurrect Palpatine for no fucking reason, is to bring Admiral Thrawn as the villain. Okay, so a long time ago, back when they were, like, doing the leaks that weren't really the leaks, there was an idea that I actually really was down with, which was, like, they said one of the leaks was supposed to be about how, like, Kylo Ren, like, actually makes, like, the First Order work out really good, and they're going to, like, they basically bring peace to the galaxy, and, I guess a better healthcare system. For all I know, it's like Norway. I don't like Star Wars to begin with. The movie is so bad, it made me appreciate trilogies by comparison. Yeah, I agree. Oh, God. Like, alright, so, as I was saying, is that the one with Spock? Ha ha, Sully. No. But, anyway, frustration. They decided to resurrect Palpatine for no fucking reason because, like I said, they have to do the opposite. They're like, Rian Johnson did, like, they just, basically throw the whole fucking series in the toilet. Fucking J.J. Abrams is digging through that fucking toilet with a plunger. It's like, seeing what fucking shit comes up. I think that's the best analogy I could possibly think of for fucking Star Wars right now. So, like I said, shit floating out the toilet, and there's, like, fucking J.J. Abrams with a freaking, like, one of those fish scoopers trying to get some shit out, and that's what fucking, the Rise of Skywalker is. That's what it feels like. Okay, so there's actually some really good parts in it. Like, a lot of people have been talking about that they thought Finn, he's trying to admit to Rey that he loves her, because, like, there's all these points in the movie where he's like, oh, I need to tell you something, but... Did anyone else notice that's not what he was trying to say? Like, maybe he was, but I didn't feel like that, because Finn has the Force. He suddenly was Princess Leiaing it. He got all these visions and knew where Rey was and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, he caught the Force like herpes. He's like, oh, like, and that's what he sounds like. He's so like so ashamed. He's like, Ray, I really gotta talk to you about something, but in private. You know, he caught the Force. They gave all these new superpowers to the Jedi, which, you know, I guess technically the Mandalorian, if anyone's keeping up with that, the healing powers are now a thing. Oh God, I I don't even know what to say about this movie. I don't hate it. I know a lot of people do not like Rey. I don't really mind Rey. Like, I don't get what the big hate is. I guess, you know, oh, she's super powered. All right, you know, technically, some heroes are super powered. So was Iron Man. Iron Man, that's a Iron Man. There's no D in Iron Man. What the fuck was that? Oh wait, no, there is it. No, he's not Iron Man. Sorry. I had to think about it a second. That's fucked up. So, back as I was saying, complaining. They fucking jettisoned poor Kelly Marie Tran right now. I like that they showed Luke and Leia training. Yeah, I guess that was alright. I'm always thrown off when they do that, like, CGI, like, youngening of people. I'm like, oh, it never quite looks right. The Uncanny Valley always really bugs me about it. I'm like, oh, God. Why are their eyes doing that? Like, the face never moves quite right. I don't know. It's because the body doubles. Like, they're, like, plastering someone's face onto somebody else's body. So it's always a little off for me. But, you know, that was all right. At least they, like I said, they were trying to really jam some stuff into it. The kiss was stupid and so unnecessary. Sully, I like the Raylo. At least, you know, it got me a little bit, like, I was like, fuck. You know, that's just me. But that was only on my own personal fanficky level. But I get it. The kiss was kind of stupid. But I did enjoy it just a little too much. I was like, oh, yeah. You're not going to Japan anymore? I haven't been to Japan in quite a while. Not in probably over 5 years. So, but anyway, Disney, why? Like, how? How could you let this happen? Like, literally one of the biggest movie franchises in history. I mean, I guess I could see what happened in Jurassic Park, so possibly. But you know what? Jurassic Park, only the first Jurassic Park is actually good. Everything else besides that is a little crap. But Star Wars has at least, you know, 3 solid movies. And then it has the prequels. You know, I guess Revenge of the Sith is all right. It kind of like, you kind of feel for Anakin going all nutty. But, oh my God. Why? Why did they bring back Palpatine? Like, it doesn't, nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing makes sense. My brain. Ugh. All right, like I said. So if you didn't catch me earlier, I said the real villain should have been fucking Admiral Thrawn, because why the fuck wouldn't it be Admiral Thrawn? He's the villain that should have been the villain in this. It makes, why didn't they do that? Why? Because of course, it's like, no, nobody watches Rebels, but we used Rebels to kill off Darth Maul. Sorry, guys. I know they brought back the Emperor because they killed Snoke, but my point is they didn't need to, because within canon, there was already a villain that existed who vanished many moons ago who could have come back. And like I said, if anyone knows about Admiral Thrawn, I know it's not, he's from Rebels, but that could have been a character alive. He is alive, possibly, probably, more than like Palpatine, who was definitely killed and then brought back because, you know, reasons. Yeah, it should, exactly, Thrawn would have been the better bad guy. I mean, he's even missing in action. And he was cool as shit. You know, instead we got like dilapidated poor Ewan McDermott. He's like fucking, I swear that they really were propping his ass up, you know, poor thing. He's been doing this shit for the fucking like 70s, or at least the late, no, was it the 80s? Or early 80s. Poor fucker, man. He's like, okay, I guess one more time, guys. Oh, man. But it really felt like, you know, they were just kind of making up the rules as they went along. I'll give him some of my life force. And then Leia, I felt like she just kind of died for like, we ran out of Carrie Fisher footage. So now she's got to die. Woof. I'm going to use the last of my power for that. I feel like half the stuff was pulled out of nowhere in the movie. Did they even set up Hux being a spy? No, they did not set up Hux being a spy at all. And then they fucking just unceremoniously fucking shot his ass. It was like, I thought he might be still alive. It's like, no, be the spy. Boom. Like, oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, okay. Nobody liked Hux anyway, I guess. Fuck him. Oh, man. They shouldn't have added any new characters. It should have just been literally Finn, Poe, Rey, Leia, and that's fucking it. And then I guess Kylo Ren and whatever the fucking villain they wanted. There was so many things that they could have done, but I feel like they just went down the easiest possible path of like, I know you guys really hated The Last Jedi, guys. Don't worry. No purple-haired feminism for you. You guys just get to do Miss Palpatine. You like that? You like that? We brought it back for you. Here's a half-dead Palpatine. Put him on like a puppet string. Oh, my God. I mean, I guess out of the whole... Okay, positives. Let's try and find some positives. I liked Kylo Ren's little story. I think by far he has the most actual, like, story. Rey, God, it was really annoying that they teased her kind of going to the dark side, but didn't fucking, like, I would have liked a little more. I would have liked her really, like, flirting with the dark side. Like, really, like, okay. I mean, I guess at the end she's like, okay, I guess I'll kill you in order to defeat you, but, which makes me, I don't know, I can't. It was so convoluted. My God. This movie, like, hurts my head. I can't, I don't know why I'm, like, so upset about it, but I think because as Caffinejedi being my name, this movie, like, Star Wars meant a lot to me. Alright? I don't know why, but it did. I dressed up as a Jedi for Superhero Day in my high school, and I couldn't even afford, like, a Jedi costume, so my ass went in a bathrobe. Which kind of looked like a freaking Jedi costume, right? You know? But that's how much I was into it. And then, first, you know, Lucas hurt me with those prequels. Alright, we gotta all admit, they're pretty trash. But, I feel like, you know, after The Force Awakens was alright. I know some people didn't love it. I know it's a soft reboot of A New Hope, but you know what? It had some charm. It had a couple charming moments, and I was like, you know, alright. I could get on board this. But no, I cannot anymore. No. Alright. I don't even know what else to say, guys. Like, that's my big rant on this. Hey, honey. You looking over? Do you have anything to say? Did you like the movie? He says yes.
Bit boring, but good.
He says a bit boring, but good.
Good ending.
You like the ending? I feel like half the stuff was thanks for speaking your mind. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad that you appreciate this because I've had a lot of problems like coming back onto YouTube because like equipment failure and phone failure, everything failure, all the failures. So it's good to be back for a little bit. I will try to do something, hopefully soon-ish. I need a new laptop because my current laptop is just on the brink of dying and it doesn't want to edit and it doesn't want to do anything. It's just like, no, fuck you, I'm dead. But I'm biting my nail because I'm so fucking, like, you know, like, I feel like, this sounds fucked up, but I feel like the only way out of this is, like, why is Kathleen Kennedy still, like, employed as being in charge of Lucasfilm? Because, like, it just seems like the biggest pile of incompetence to, like, not make a basic plot that I get it. The Witcher TV series is better than current Star Wars. I heard that thing's nuts. I haven't checked out the new Witcher TV series, but I've heard like some crazy shit about it. They're like, oh, it's the most fucking nutty thing on Netflix, or it's weird, or it's bad, or it's good. I've heard a mix of things. I mean, Disney got a return on investment. It's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, all right. I'm gonna give it a shot then. I guess Disney got a return on investment. They made their money. They don't give a fuck. It's like, you know, they made the fucking remake of The Lion King. That thing was fucking pure trash. You know, they don't give a fuck how trashy they go. Disney really does not care. Like, I have this... Okay, so they're like coasting off the fucking height of the 90s and like late 80s when they did, The Witcher. All right, I'm going to check out The Witcher since a couple people here are saying check it out. So, like I was saying, Disney right now is coasting off the good graces of the 90s Renaissance. Late 80s if you count The Little Mermaid. And that was the height of Disney. And everything they do now is like, one, I guess Marvel. But Marvel is never, that's it. They did Endgame, and I don't see where that coaster's coming up where it used to be. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I can't, they already had their shit storm with James Gunn, even though they rehired him after, like, fucking, publicly fucking throwing him under the bus. Because, like I said, Disney has no fucking moral fibers. They will do whatever fits their bottom line. And a cute little same-sex kiss you threw in there, Disney, by like some random randos in the back. Just in time so that you could edit that shit out, when they put it on fucking good old Chinese audience. Because they can't have any of the gays. That's it, man. I can't anymore. My brain is just melted. Like, my brain melted! That's what happened with this movie. Literally, I felt a little ooze coming out. I don't know. I mean, as some part of me, like, I know everybody's like, J.J. Abrams, more like Jar Jar Abrams, am I right? Am I right? I don't hate J.J., but I do feel like he definitely J.J'd the fuck out of this. I watched Lost, so I'm still fucking pretty burned, my friend. Alright? The ending of Lost? Fuck you. Unless you want to hire me, then I love you. But my point is, I know he was like kind of in a shit situation because, like I said, Rian Johnson's version of The Last Jedi just was like, fuck it. This is why I would have liked Rian Johnson to have done the next one. Because it's like, yeah, buddy, how are you going to clean up this fucking disaster? Did you have a plan? I wonder, did he leave like an outline for the next one? Like, okay, now you guys do this. I doubt it, but I would have loved to have. Okay, I feel like, I didn't say this before, but I fucking swear that Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi is his reaction to watching the Plinkett Red Letter Media fucking reviews to Star Wars, the prequels. Alright? I swear that's what it feels like. Like, when they nitpick the fuck out of the prequels, don't get me wrong, I fucking love those reviews. They are, classic YouTube gold. But no one likes this terrible movie. Oh, I understand there's a lot of issues with this fucking movie. But my point is that The Last Jedi, I really honestly felt was like I swear he watched that and that's what he does. After Rey reveals her last name to the old woman on Tatooine, the film should have ended and Rey's eyes suddenly turned yellow into the Sith. Well, you know what? I fucking swear that would have been a fucking good ending. Alright? This movie had no balls. That's what I thought. Then we hear Palpatine's evil laugh in the background and bet. Yeah, you know what? Disney doesn't have the fucking balls to do that. They gave the most safest. I'm surprised they killed off Kylo Ren. Because, like, I was like, well, that was at least something I didn't really expect. When they had the fake out kill of Chewbacca. The thing is, they fake out killed Kylo Ren too. I hate fake out kills when then they kill the character again. A la fucking The Walking Dead. What they did with Glenn. Alright, spoilers for The Walking Dead. We fake killed Glenn, but he's still alive, but then we fucking real killed Glenn. That's what they did with Kylo Ren. It's like, we fake kill Kylo Ren, and then he for real dies at the end, because I gave my love for you, and we can't have this villainous asshole. It would have been good if Kylo Ren would be alive, because, the First Order is still, like, hanging around out there, like, if Kylo Ren had turned, like, good and been like, alright, guys, we gotta stop this bullshit, maybe he could have given an order, like, let's stop, but, the First Order is still in the universe, all over the place, and now they have no fucking leader, so good luck with that. They killed Kylo because they just wanted to mirror Vader's story, and they were too lazy to write a new story. I fucking know. I know. Honestly, I would have liked him to have lived. And face the fucking consequences. This is life now. Sorry. You don't get to just fade into the forest because you did one or two good deeds and you got to make out with the girl you liked. I get it. Oh, God. And then Rey dies for nothing, but comes back. Like, she just kind of died. Like, too much Force energy. When the fuck did the Force kill you? Like, I guess Luke faded into the Force because he overforced it. Like, so much stuff when my brain is hurting. Alright, so I guess in conclusion, Thrawn should have been the fucking villain, because of course. Palpatine coming back is stupid. Raylo kiss. You know what? I was a little turned on. I know that it was wrong to me to be turned on, but I was. And then he fucking fades away. I was like, fucker. My slash fic that I've written. No, it'll never come true now. But yeah, that's my feelings on Rise of Skywalker. Her doing the Skywalker thing at the end. Okay, I guess, I'm Rey. Rey Skywalker. I've come back to Tatooine. To hang out on this moisture farm. Why are you throwing those lightsabers away? Alright? You would think they were an important thing from important people you knew and you don't have to throw them out. What if other Jedi come? What if you want to train someone? No, that's dumb. Don't throw the lightsabers down a fucking hole in the sand. Ugh. I feel like that's very disrespectful. But whatever. Obviously now they really killed Palpatine and he's not coming back this time. Like, why wouldn't he just come back again? Obviously, he lived through the last thing, so no reason for him not to come back. All right, I've gone on for 26 minutes on this. Too many times. Okay. So I don't know if I hate it or I just kind of don't like it, but also still have some satisfaction that it's over. Why? Oh yeah, there was one more thing I thought of. Okay, this movie, besides being way too short, like I felt like they had to get through a lot of shit. What they really should have done, besides make Thrawn the bad guy, is they should have made 2 fucking movies. I think that's the way they could have semi-solved their problem. Why fucking not? Deathly Hallows, Harry Potter did it. They did 2 movies. And, fuck it. A part 1 and a part 2. Why can't we have 10 episodes? Why? Is there some unwritten rule of Disney? You could only have fucking 3? Fuck it. They were ending it anyway. I guess they didn't want to pay anybody after this. I guess all their fucking contracts would have gone up. Alright. People, I guess that'll do for now. Bye. Hold on, I gotta possibly go bye. Bye!